Hello everyone. I pulled a card for all of us, everyone pertaining to our world energy right now, as a means of getting a bigger, more general picture of what's happening energetically. The intention is to gain a better contextual understanding spiritually. So as I shuffled my cards, I received this card, which is the first ray of power. And this card is the first of 7 rays of the color frequencies that make up our world and the energies of the universe. And the color is red. So this card in particular, this first ray, deals with the quality of will and creation, but through a breaking down of the old. Basically, breaking down of old patterns and structures in order to create new, improved structures and ways of being and doing things. So this card speaks of energetic conscious destruction of core structures that no longer work for us. Think highways being built. First, we need to level the land before we start, right? Or think the process of childbirth. Is it painless? No. Most people would say, though, that it is worth it. So this type of energy of creation through the red ray requires true leadership, but it's not necessarily power over others, but more about being solid within ourselves and who we are and how we harness our own personal power to direct or redirect our own lives. This requires a lot of courage and faith, knowing that what is left behind are things that no longer work for us, and that there's a paradigm shift coming, and it is in alignment with divine will. So what's left is for our ultimate expansion. Though it may not seem like it, there is opportunity in this challenge and in challenges in general, where we do have the opportunity to recreate our lives and how we do things. How were our lives not working previously? How can we make them work better? First, though, we need to face our own fears. Sometimes we hold on to things that we have been doing forever because it's familiar and we're used to it and we feel safe with it. But it kind of cheats us out of our own growth. We can either flow with the changes that are happening with our lives while also working with the currents at the same time to steer us on a new, more rewarding course of events. Or we can continue to keep our grip on the current status quo, the old ways, and we can suffer needlessly. But we don't have to if we can trust. And if we can see that the universe is conspiring for us, not against us. As old things are destroyed or ripped away, new things are coming in. That's just the law of nature. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but we have to start somewhere. And I think this card came out because it was meant as encouragement for us to keep that positive outlook, even when things are hard. And our current global events are definitely touching on all the root chakra issues, such as security, solid ground, earthly, all the health, abundance, ego, fear, all the earthly concerns, etc., right? Just a side note, though, interesting is that the root chakra is the color red, like the first ray. And I've been seeing a lot of the red ray in my outdoor meditations every day since January, which is kind of crazy because the year before that it was magenta. So I did notice the change, and now I realize why. So this is touching on healing our root chakra issues, where we have imbalances individually and as a society as a whole. It's also very important to mention that this ray deals with political structures and politics. So you can pretty much fit that in everything that I've been just talking about, and you can fit the politics into that and apply it. And we are seeing our current governments in the world forced to also shift and restructure to accommodate forces bigger than them, than us. As we deal with this global pandemic and the quarantine, they are now being forced to also change. These changes do serve us in recreating better, more proper structures for our changing needs as people. And it's also important to note that a lot of it is up to us. That is something we need to know, that this is a collective effort for things to be the optimum, to have the optimum results. We all have to contribute in some way, even in just the ways that are natural to us. This is not just about our government. This is about all of us together. We all have this power. We all have the first ray of power to work with. And I personally don't like politics, but the reality is that politics is what shapes our shared reality. This is our co-created world together. And it's definitely overwhelming. I feel overwhelmed by it. But if we at least just start with keeping ourselves informed and use our great minds and critical thinking and even our intuition to stay alert to what's going on, and taking the active interest and effort in really finding out what things are transpiring beyond this pandemic, because the governments keep working. They're not just focused on this pandemic, though it may seem like it. But that's I'm digressing. But anyways, being informed is a step in the right direction. Bigger picture of this card, the first ray of power. The positive message that I got that I want to share with everybody is that the universe is truly trying to align us with our highest good, though it may not seem like it. It never seems like it in the midst of it, but bigger picture, we always come out okay. For the majority of us, we always come out okay. We're stronger than we think. So this is all about aligning us with our highest goals, our dreams, and our own expansion as we evolve. As we step into the 21st century, so many things are changing, and the universe wants us to change with them. So it's trying to take us to the next stage, but that cannot happen if we choose to live in fear and doing things the same way all the time. We get stuck in ruts. So trust is essential, because many things are coming. And, to be honest, they're not all going to be ideal, but there's also good there too. And that's really important to focus on during these times, just for our own well-being, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, just all around. Trust is essential. But a lot of people are resisting this change, and this is not good, just for our own well-being, like I said. So in the name of evolution, the universe is stepping in to help us. Our souls already know this. Our souls are already in agreement, in acceptance, and in alignment, and have been part of this plan to ascend, to align, to expand, to evolve. It's just that our humanness needs to remember and catch up and know that everything is okay. This is just a part of the process, to trust the process. These are no doubt weird times. Very weird times, but there's beautiful times as well, now and coming for us. So just remember that. Trust the change, welcome the change. Love and blessings to you.